Episode in my Road to 100 Million Gold series. So last week we took a little bit of a look at material flipping. This week we're going to take a little bit of a look at how I do battle pet flipping, and then we'll see how this week is went. And it's pretty good as far as results go. I had some pretty cool sales. So let's dive in. First we'll take a look at battle pet flipping, how I do that, and then we'll dive into the numbers. All right. So in this episode, I thought I'd walk you through a little bit about what I do with battle pet flipping. I'm just going to show you my general approach. We'll do like a shopping scan. I don't really do them that often. But obviously I collect all of the battle pets I have. As you can see, there's a little bit of sales on Megatherodon. This has actually been one of my better battle pet flipping realms. I actually started this one during Shadowlands, and we're already up to 1 million. 1.3 million. So this is a really good realm. So obviously what we do, we clean out my mailbox, and then I'll just repost all that. I'm not going to show the repost scan because it's not particularly interesting. Now I have a very simple approach to buying battle pets. Incredibly simple, in fact. So I'm just going to skip the rest of the collection here, and then we go... Wait, not here. Browse. This is what we do. You just search for battle pets. And I pause the scan instantly. And now I've set up so that if I go to TSM settings under, I think, where's shopping? Browse, sniper. You can see here that I've set the default market value price source to pet buy, which is my custom price source for determining how much a pet is worth or how much I'm willing to pay for a battle pet. So what this means is that when I see this, in theory, I'm willing to buy everything below 100%. All of these are items that are below my maximum shopping price and that I expect to be able to sell for a profit. So for instance, this Hippogriff hatchling, you can see that the region market value for this one is 600,000 gold. And this one is posted for 400k, so I'm willing to buy that in theory. And I could potentially make 300k gold. I'm not going to make that particularly quickly if I buy a TCG pet because they're very, very slow to sell. But I could buy that. We can see that it's the same guy, Nix, who has multiple TCG pets. So that's like maybe don't buy from him kind of thing. But in general, I just buy anything that shows up here that I don't have a lot of already, because I'll hover over these, and you can see if I hover over this Grumpling, you can tell that I already have one on the French realm, Le Sentinelle. If you hover over the G Kun hatchling, we can see that I have one in my journal and one each on two of my other realms. So probably don't want to buy too many more of that. Or Lifelike Toads, which I have a full journal of. I think it's the Battle Pet Cage Match add-on. I believe that's the one that shows me how many I have. I'll have a link for that in the description for those of you interested in that add-on. It doesn't just show you how much you have, though. There's another extremely useful feature. But I'm going to buy at least 2 of these, probably buy some of these. Magteriana is a big-time multi-realm flipper for sure. I'm not going to, usually I'd go through this and, check everything out, and if I don't have any, or I'd buy up to 3 of each. Is what I typically do. So Ancient Nest Guardians, I already have a lot of those. Unar's Arm, this one's kind of nice. 18k. Yeah, definitely we buy a couple of Unar's Arms. That one's annoying to get. Might be willing to buy as many as 4 of that one. So that's the buy part. That's the buying part. Literally just going through this. Now, I also use Battle Pet Cage Match, which has a button right here. You set up some operations or some rules for how it cages pets, and then I click this and it starts caging. So that it cages up, so I have one of each battle pet I have in my journal, in my bags, and then I can post them to the auction house. So that's really what there is. Now I have a bunch of stuff in my bags. Now I go to the... Actually, I need to make sure that all of these are in my group. I'm sure some of these are going to be missing. This is a little bit thankless. I just have to scroll through here and look for any that are missing a group information, like the Bloodfaced or Spiderling. And then I'll click these. They all use the exact same operation, so it doesn't matter. I have a group with a bunch of subgroup structures, because that's what I built my original group on an import made by someone else back in Legion. But I don't actually use the subgroups for anything meaningful, since it's all the same operation. So I could just literally delete it all and have everything be in one big fat group called Battle Pets, and that would be it. Mojo, was that where we left off? There's gonna be at least one more here, right? That's missing. Skunky Elemental. No, everything else was in the group, right? Too. And then you post, and that's it. And it's slow gold on any one realm, but when you do this on multiple different realms at the same time, then it'll over time give you a good chunk of gold, and like every once in a while you'll sell like TCG battle pets if you keep those in stock, and you'll get like a 1 million gold mailbox, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, let's go over and continue and take a look at my total results today, or this week I should say. Right, here it is, the big numbers. And, well, yeah, some good stuff here, very obviously. 1 million gold earned since last week. That's the big, very, very, very positive, huge number that I'm really happy about. So that means we're at 41.6. So that's really good. That's very, very good. And if we look at the sales, this one is less good. Like Draenor, 1 million gold less in sales this week compared to last. But pretty much the same in terms of profit. I think my total profit last week was 600k, but then I bought a token as well, so that's that. But yeah, this is a little lower. I've not been as diligent reposting, I think, and then of course Chained Earlier is just deleted. That was deleted last week as well, though. But so it is what it is. Legendary sales trending downwards still, and I was a little lazy. So that's gonna take a bite out of your profits as well. But then we had some very positive news on some of the other realms, because for once I did 3 full repost sessions on all of my off realms. And we got lucky on one of them as well, which brought in the majority of this gold, but we're up at like 500k here. And even if we discount Twilight's Hammer, this isn't due to reposting, this is due to some specific items. But even without that, we're looking at well, okay, I can't select here. Even without that, we're looking at 170k, which is pretty much what I usually get on all of them. Compared to last week, we're at 164k total. So Ravencrest, we definitely saw a lot of very good results from doing several repost scans. This was the realm that had the biggest effect, because I have a lot of materials here and I always get some sales every time I repost. The battle pets definitely a little bit better across the board on some of these realms, but this is very variable. And then the sales on Twilight's Hammer, this is mostly due to we sold 2 Firekin Amises, the Island Expedition shoulders, and both of those sold for 130k each. So that was it essentially. This 311k was 4 items. It was 3 Island Expedition pieces, and then I think some piece of crafted transmog was the last one, if I remember correctly. So that's obviously pretty good, obviously very, very good. And that's why this one was so big. Like the Firekin, the Island Expedition gear, still sells surprisingly well, considering that in 9.1.5 you'll be able to solo farm those if you want to. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but at the moment, still a really, really good group of items. I'll definitely be looking to buy them during the initial parts of 9.1.5 when people go back to farming islands for mounts, and they'll be cheaper for a period, and they'll quit farming islands, presumably. At least that's what I would do. So yeah, 1 million. 41.6, that's a good increase. Still want to work on this number and keep this a little bit higher, because you can't always rely on getting the big payday on one of your off realms. But of course, the chance of that happening increases when you've been doing more post scans, which I have been doing this week. So overall, really, really good week. We can take a quick look at Draenor as well. So yeah, legendary, still some of them selling for as much as 50k, which is surprising, but then there's almost nothing. Most of it is now below 30, most of the legendaries, including the rank 6s. You also see that I sold a couple of these feral bark shoulders this week, and some other Island Expedition gear. It seems that it's definitely the time of year for Island Expedition gear to sell. I guess I gotta check out and bring some more of this stuff out to my bank, because I do have more Island Expedition gear on this realm as well. I bought a good chunk of it at the end of BFA, which has probably been my my best investment ever to date. So yeah, sitting pretty at 21.1 on Draenor now. So we reached another high water mark for 21 million. Back in the day, I had 21 million total. And now we have 21 million on one realm. So things are going well, definitely. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I spent some golden battle pets for the first time in a while as well. I spent about 85k. So nothing crazy. I didn't go crazy shopping. I mean, you've seen it already. The shopping spree I did. Usually when I buy battle pets, I'd buy a lot more. Like probably if I was really going crazy, I'd spend $1 million, because there was a couple of relatively cheap TCG pets available for sale as well. So you might want to do that soon, and just take a week where you just like go absolutely crazy spending gold on all of these realms on more battle pets. I'll consider it. Maybe we do that next week. Just see how red we can make this column. But for now, we'll just enjoy the fact that we made $1 million gold in profit this week. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you're enjoying the series, and hopefully you like the segments where I show you parts of the markets that I'm doing. We'll probably do something more Shadowlands related on the next one, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get the notification when that one goes out. We'll see you then. Goodbye, guys.